Want to follow profit first for your business but feel a little overwhelmed with all the accounts and the rules and everything? Let me simplify it for you. Hey, I'm Janet from Paper and Spark, and I help artists and makers like you start and scale online shops to achieve your entrepreneurial dreams and hit your financial goals. After seeing my real life example of how I actually do profit first with my business, you'll be ready to institute this in your own business without all the complicated extra steps or accounts. Make sure you stick around to hear what trips up most e-commerce sellers when using Profit First, so you can avoid it and start to pay yourself consistently. Let me start this discussion by saying that I'm not affiliated with Profit First or the author Mike Michalowicz in any way. I'm just a big fan of the concepts that he teaches, and I've personally experienced the financial benefits of using this system. That being said, if you've never read the book, I highly recommend you try reading the book Profit First if you're not familiar with these concepts before watching this video. That being said, if you have read the book, you may have gotten a little bit overwhelmed by how complex the system that he recommends is, especially if you're running a micro business or like an online shop, an e-commerce shop, and there's only one of you, you don't have employees or anything. It can feel a little bit overwhelming to institute because there's a lot of different pieces of the puzzle that he suggests. So I don't want all those steps, all the complexities of the official Profit First system to be something that keeps you from implementing it and getting in that all-important habit of paying yourself for all of your hard work. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you're already relatively familiar with the general idea of Profit First, so I'm just going to get right down to how I use it for my own business. Mike suggests 5 foundational bank accounts for following Profit First: income, profit, owner's compensation, taxes, and operating expense, which we call OPEX. The idea being that if you have your money divided up into all these different accounts, you won't spend the money allocated for one purpose for something else. For businesses making less than $250K in sales, he also suggests allocating specific percentage of sales to each of those accounts. Profit, he recommends allocating 5%. Owner's comp, he recommends 50%. Taxes, save 15% to that account, and operating expense saves 30%. So that's the foundation of the idea of Profit First for a small business. In my opinion, you can choose to simplify things by just not having so many accounts. I think the idea of opening 5 different checking accounts, some of them even at different banks, is a little overwhelming for a lot of micro business owners. So I've chosen to simplify things by not opening that many accounts. I've actually opened 3 separate savings accounts at my bank, and then I have 1 business checking account. That helps simplify things for me, and in a lot of cases, it avoids things like having minimum deposit requirements or fees for opening lots of checking accounts. To keep things simple, I use my main business checking account as both my income account and my operating expense account. What the heck does that mean? I let my sales go directly into my checking account, and I use that account for operating expenses as well. So it's my income account that income is coming into, and it's my OPEX account. I'm spending for my business from that same account. And then, like I said, I open additional savings accounts for owner's comp, profit, which I basically use as a quarterly bonus account, and taxes. You could choose to simplify things further if you're a sole prop, self-employed, no employees, by combining your profit and your owner's comp account. I like to keep things fun and save 5% in that profit account, and I just pay myself a nice little quarterly bonus of whatever that balance is. So let's take a look at how I actually use Profit First. First, I took a look at my prior year numbers. At this point, I had already been running my business for 2 or 3 years, so I could look at prior year numbers to see what percentage of sales I paid for things like taxes and operating expenses. I also looked at my goal for what I wanted to pay myself that next year, and I looked at that goal number as a percentage of my predicted sales for that year. This is how I determined my starting Profit First percentages. You don't necessarily have to start with the recommendations in the book. You can start with percentages that kind of meet you where you're at. If you need help setting a take-home pay goal for yourself or your business next year, make sure you check out my video on that topic next. So I've got my percentages set. They're pretty close to Mike's suggestions, off by just 1 or 2 percentage points. Every Thursday, I log into my business checking account, which all my income and deposits are going into. I add together all the credits that happened since the prior login, the previous Thursday, and I add all those credits together. I then apply my profit first percentages to that sum, and then I transfer out my profit, my owner's comp, and my tax amounts to those separate savings accounts. The remaining percentage, which for me is 29%, pretty close to his recommendation of 30%, stays behind in my OPEX account, which is the income account. So here are some example numbers of a week where I added all the credits together, applied my percentages, and those are the amounts that I transferred to those 3 savings accounts. I like to use Asana, which is my preferred project management system, to set up recurring reminders to do this process every Thursday. I also set once a quarter reminders to log into that profit account and transfer out the balance as my quarterly bonus to my personal bank account. But you could use whatever calendar system or project management or to-do list system you're already using for your business or your personal life. Now, I'm a pretty good rule follower, so this system works for me to run my expenses out of my income account and have them together, OPEX and income combined. I'm not going to overspend beyond the percentage that I've set for myself with profit first. If you have trouble with overspending, spending too much money on your business though, then I would recommend a separate account for operating expenses where your income and your OPEX aren't going to be combined. That way you don't accidentally spend more than the percentage that you've allocated for OPEX. I also do not get too bogged down into the details. The concept of profit first really boils down to paying myself first, doing the other things for my business after that, after I've paid myself. Since I'm adding together all of my credits, all the credits and deposits going into my income account, it is true that some of those credits are deposits from places like PayPal, Etsy, etc., and those are net of some fees that Etsy, PayPal, etc. have taken out of the deposits before I ever even get them. So it's not truly gross revenue. There are some fees, some expenses coming out of those deposits first. So it's not like truly profit first because of that. But it would be a lot of work for me to have to back out the transaction fees and credit card processing fees that PayPal and Etsy and those platforms take from those deposits to figure out the true gross amount and then apply my percentages to that. That would be a lot of extra time-consuming work and calculations, and I really just don't worry about it. I just like to make it easy for myself. That way I will actually do it and keep up with it. The easier it is to implement, the less thinking it requires, the more likely I am to keep up with the habit and follow through. So make it easy for yourself. Don't get too bogged down in the details. I hope that seeing my process in action encourages you to set up a similar system to pay yourself. Don't be afraid to combine accounts if you need to, or start with different percentages than what the book recommends and work your way up. Just remember that paying yourself consistently, even if it's a small amount at first, is so much better than not paying yourself at all. If paying yourself from your profit is a priority in your business, then make sure you watch my video on nailing your take-home pay goal. That will help you figure out what percentage of sales you should be using to transfer over to your owner's comp account each week or each month. Check out this video next, how to pay yourself in 2023, the secret profitable online sellers know.